Market update time. Let's go straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Hey traders, I've just recorded the video walking you through the top 13 biggest mistakes that most traders make in the markets. As you know, that the mistakes that you're actually making in the markets right now is actually killing your chances of being successful. So click on the box above that says top 13 mistakes to get access to this now. Alrighty traders, so just finished my trading for the day. Markets closed and I thought I'd do a quick little video for you, show you what I'm seeing on the charts. So let's start with the Dow Jones first. The Dow Jones has continued to be in a luster, small channel, and getting lots of volume, still in this sideways. We're talking like a 1% channel. Which way is it going to break? Is it going to break up? It's going to break down. Which way is it going to break? Now, first thing I wanted to say is, by looking at that, one thing I am noticing on the hourly chart, now this is just the hourly chart, this could change tomorrow, alright? Just like that. But one thing I am noticing on the hourly chart is we're starting to get a lot more weakness on this hourly chart. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me actually bring up my little trendline drawing tools. Firstly, you can start to see we're creating this sort of lower peak action. You can see how we now created this sort of lower trough. So the market is, at least since January anyway, or the first few days, we're starting to head down. Again, that doesn't mean it's going to keep going down. I'm just saying that we're starting to get a bit more weakness now on this hourly chart. But once again, if we start to break up and bam like that, then we're likely to continue to running. We're likely to continue to run again. So I'm looking at that and I'm saying, okay, which way is it going to break? We don't know yet, but if we start to, especially if we start to break these lows down the bottom here, if we start to break those lows, then you can see how this is going to be a continuation. It's probably going to fall from there. Now, if we go and have a look at the S&P 500, again, pretty much nothing down the S&P 500 going into this triangle pattern. Do we break up? Do we break down? And Nasdaq, pretty much nothing down the Nasdaq as well too. Now, looking at a few of the, looking at the DIA, this one that I'm actually looking at, once again guys, if you look at the DIA, I'm looking at this, how it's, you can see how we're starting to slowly step down and we're not really moving much, but the hourly chart is showing weakness. Now, once again guys, if we start to hit 200 on the DIA, this is going to flip and now we're probably likely to blast off to the high side. So I'm not in any positions on the DIA right now guys. I'm waiting for a much clearer signal. I'm waiting for a much clearer signal. Now, as I was saying to you guys yesterday, based on JPM, say JPM, I didn't get in on JPM yesterday. So I think some of you guys thought I did. I didn't get in on JPM. I'm actually on a few other trades as well too. So I didn't get in on JPM only because of the big gap down. But looking at JPM, you actually can see how this is the hourly chart now on JPM, and you can see how we had this big gap down. Now, not all gaps get filled, but even if this market rallies up and fills that gap, we're likely to head back down. So I didn't get in on JPM, but what I did get in on is Goldman Sachs. I bought put options on Goldman Sachs. Now this is like, I think it's like out of the money, like I think it's 10 or so % out of the money, maybe more. Yeah, it's actually a lot more out of the money. I bought way out of the money options. I bought way like 20% out of the money, and I bought, what's that, like 3 or 4 months worth of time frame as well too. A few % of my account. We'll see what happens. But looking at this here, guys, you can see how obviously Goldman Sachs is breaking out and so on and so forth, and looks like this, if you squeeze this chart up, looks like we're going to continue getting more and more of a pullback here. Now, one thing that I like about Goldman Sachs, and the reason why I got in on Goldman Sachs instead of JPM, even though I was bearish on both of them, is because we didn't get a big gap down on Goldman Sachs. We got just a nice lower close, and we're getting some selling volume, big selling volume coming in. And so I like that. But then if I go have a look at my hourly chart, the hourly chart here to me is a lot nicer as well too. So I'm really digging deep. I'm going into the hourly chart. You can see here that it totally break past that now, and you can see what actually happened today. It ran up and then ran back down, and now we're creating like a little bear flag through here. So the hourly chart for me on Goldman Sachs is much nicer, meaning the much nicer setup for my put option trade, and I see Goldman Sachs continue to roll over from here and continue on down. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on the reason why I didn't take, again, if I look at JPM, I just didn't like that gap down. I still think with JPM also has a lot more downward movement, but if I look at how the nicer setup, for me it was Goldman Sachs. Moving on now, guys, to silver and gold. So you can see what happened with silver today. Silver actually ran up. It's rejected at this resistance level and come back down through there. And that's what I was saying there, guys, is like we're at this area of resistance. We're slowly crawling up. No real conviction in either direction. So not really much going on there. And also you can see on gold is actually at this area of resistance. And if you go look at that weekly chart, guys, as I was saying to you guys before, that we are now at that area, this sort of area of resistance here. And if I just bring this up through to here a bit more, and we look at this area through there, you can see, let me open this up here. You can see this whole area where we are right now is a whole area of resistance. You know, a lot of people getting excited. It's like, oh, the market's going up and and so for me, it's like we're at this area of resistance on the weekly chart. Do not be, and I've been saying for a while, I'm not bullish on gold yet until we start breaking past this level. And you can see we're getting a rejection through there on gold. And if I go have a look at the silver chart, exact same thing. So we're at an key area of support and resistance, and now we're getting a bit of a pushback off there. So does this break, or does it break, or do we continue running up? So that's the thing that I'm sort of watching for. So if I have a look at, so pretty much nothing day with the volume on SLV and GLD, pretty much nothing day with the volume as well too. So pretty much nothing day on most of the markets, guys. But you can see now my thoughts around silver and gold. I'm definitely not bullish on silver and gold yet until we start to get that trend. For me, guys, I'm not there to catch the bottoms, and I'm not there to catch the tops. But I'm there to capture a piece of it. I think if you wait for that trend to start, like what we talked about before, peaks and troughs, and then jump on that trend, you have a much better chance of doing well in the markets than trying to capture the bottoms. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, success can be yours. Step up, take massive action. Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like to get more free education about trading, then click on the box that says free trading course. This is a free trading course. It goes for around 12 hours long. It's about 12 videos long. Covers everything from chart reading, mindset, trading systems, money management, trade management, everything you need to get yourself ahead in the markets. And if you'd like to get my help personally, then click on the box that says get John's help, and you'll be able to see how you can get my help personally. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.